this dude, Artemis, is probably one of my favorite too. Like that crow vibe with the sniper is...
In this next creepy video, a babysitter is looking after a 5-year-old girl while her mother is traveling out of town. Everything seems to be going well, until the little girl tells the babysitter a very strange secret about her favorite doll.
What you doing over there?
Playing.
Nice. What was it that you told me earlier about your doll?
When I play hide and seek with my doll, it moves.
You said it moves?
Yeah.
That doll? This doll?
Yeah.
You said it moves?
Yeah.
Like you move it, or? Wait, what? When does it move?
When I play hide and seek with her.
When you play hide and seek?
Yeah.
Bro.
The 5-year-old claims that the doll actually moves on its own when she plays hide and seek with it. The babysitter is a bit creeped out, but his morbid curiosity gets the better of him, and he decides to test the doll himself. It did not go well.
We're playing hide and seek. Oh my god. Sadie, you scared me. Don't do that, dude.
Now, the doll doesn't move, but the family dog Sadie gives him a good jump scare nonetheless. However, the dog's playful demeanor soon changes, and she begins to behave very strangely.
The dog has been staring at the doll. Looking at it. I'm freaked out right now.
Cut to later that same night. The 5-year-old girl is now fast asleep in bed upstairs, and the babysitter is watching TV on the couch. He suddenly hears something that sends a chill down his spine.
No.
A toy is playing music from the other room, and when the babysitter walks over to check it out, he is shocked to see the doll move by itself. Now, unfortunately, as usual these days, these videos were posted to TikTok without a source, so I have no idea what happened next. The story of the creepy moving doll remains a mystery. Old School. Cathedral High School in Los Angeles, California was built over what was once a cemetery. The school even honors its dark history by featuring real pieces of old recovered headstones on its walls inside the school. So, late one Friday night, a janitor is working the night shift at Cathedral High School when something happens that makes his blood run cold.
What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want.
Alright, I usually don't record while I'm on the job, but this is freaking me out. It's sort of unreal. Here at work, I'm here in the janitor's closet. Yeah, let me just show you guys. Alright. Just to, I don't know, let you guys know this school was built on a cemetery. I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe them until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just, see? That right there. Okay. See, no. It just follows me no matter what. No, I can't.
The janitor is completely alone when a red balloon inside one of the classrooms seems to start moving on its own and follows him out into the hallway. Suddenly, he spots a dark shadow quickly darting past a window on the other end of the school. Now, previous janitors at the school claim to have witnessed multiple incidents of paranormal activity. So when the custodian captures this spooky evidence, he shows it to the building's security guard.
It's a... See,
It's falling out the classroom too?
Look at the back though. Look at the class with the white.
What the
I'm not crazy. You saw that, right?
Nah, bro. Nah, man.
How long you been working security here, man? How long you been working security?
I've been here a few months, but bro, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
As you can see, even the security guard is a bit freaked. So did the janitor have an encounter with the spirits who are buried in the ground below the school? Let me know what you think. And a happy new year. TikTok user Sav is celebrating New Year's Eve with her mother when something happens that they simply can't explain.
Alright. Ready? Wait, let's make sure we're moving together. Alright. 1, 2, 3, straight up. Oh. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh! I can get it. Twist it. Woo! Happy New Year's! Happy New Year! That has not worked! Hold on! Okay. No, it worked, but we just haven't. That has not. I've twisted it. That has not worked. That's my dad's snow globe. Like, we designated that to, like, be my dad. Oh my god. What the f***?
The path to a college degree is more affordable than you think. With Sophia Learning, you can take real college-level courses that are designed to transfer, fully online for just $99 a month. Start your free trial, no credit card required. Sophia Learning, built for you.
Sav's father passed away nearly a year and a half ago, and the family displays his snow globe to remember him, as Sav says that the puppy in the globe actually looks a lot like her dad. However, the snow globe hasn't worked for a long time, but just as Sav and her mother pop confetti to celebrate the new year, the globe inexplicably starts playing We Wish You a Merry Christmas, beginning right at the part of the song that contains the line, "And a Happy New Year."
Woo! Happy New Year's! Happy New Year! That has not worked!
Sav believes that it was a sign from her father that he's still there and he's still watching over them. User Cheryl Sweetie2 on TikTok is a single mother and seamstress who says that she and her daughter have been experiencing strange and unsettling things inside their home. For months, they've been hearing the sound of someone walking in the hallway outside of their bedrooms, and they've found their things mysteriously moved from room to room. Things have gotten so strange that Cheryl even began to worry that they might have a squatter living in their walls. So she installed a security camera so that she can keep an eye on their home. One night, Cheryl's daughter is playing with her toys in her mother's bedroom when something disturbing happens that Cheryl still just can't explain. Walks toward the closet, seemingly expecting something to be inside. And then she just stands there transfixed, almost as if she sees something that we can't. She seems to get a little spooked and leaves, and the closet door slowly closes by itself. TikTok user Cheryl Sweetie2 has no idea what to make of this video, and about 3 months later, this happens.
Hey guys, just wanted to jump on really quick because I had to stop sewing My daughter just said that something weird really happened, and we've been experiencing a lot of strange things lately, just different noises and stuff. Don't mind my mannequins, I sew for a living, so. Can you tell Mommy what you just said?
I think there's something underneath that door.
Under the closet door? Is that what scared you? It's okay. Everything's all right. What?
I'm scared.
Come on.
Cheryl's daughter seems scared as she says that she sees something just underneath the closet door. But there's nothing inside except for a kind of creepy mannequin. However, the mannequin seems to start moving on its own and falls over, breaking into pieces. Cheryl and her daughter are terrified and they just get out of there. TikTok user Cheryl Sweetie2 says that she still has no idea what happened that night and that she and her daughter are moving out to stay at her friend's house until they can find a new place to live. Some say that children have the uncanny ability to connect to the spirit world, and in some cases even see or communicate with the other side. In this next video, a father is home alone with his son when the toddler seems to spot something truly bizarre.
Mama, your mom isn't there. There's no one there. Are you seeing ghosts?
Yes.
In another creepy video posted by Kurt Harris, his family is visiting his grandmother in Chicago when his little cousin Daisy says something that is downright chilling.
That's the man come to see me tonight.
Who come to see you at night?
The man.
What man? What man? Up there?
Uh-huh.
He did.
Little Daisy claims that the relative in an older photo on the wall visits her at night. Now, the only problem with that is, well, he did.
Up there?
Uh-huh.
He did.
In fact, the man in the photo passed away in 2005, over 14 years before little Daisy was even born. She has never even met the man. Or did she actually meet his ghost? You decide.
Up there?
Uh-huh.
He did.
Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com.
The newest addition to my collection. Just bought her from the antique store.
Doll collector Linda Deary from Murfreesboro, Tennessee was browsing Facebook Marketplace one day when she saw an ad placed by a woman who was giving away 4 antique dolls for free. Linda drove to the woman's house and picked up the dolls. When she got back home, she posed the dolls on her bed and began taking pictures. But then something very odd happened. The dolls seemed to move right before her eyes. Linda grabbed her phone and started filming. Soon after this, Linda and her partner began to experience strange and unexplained activity. Personal items around their house would go missing, and objects seemed to move on their own or get knocked off shelves. One day, Linda gets a bad haircut from a local hairdresser, so she decides to make a video showing off her terrible new hairdo. But what happens next is truly bizarre.
Hi! A lot of people wanted to see what my hair looks like. So I wanted to see the sides. Like my bangs, I've had to like fix my bangs myself. But this is what it looks like if I don't straighten pieces of it. And like, it's just a whole mess. Dang it. That scared me. Okay. God, what the was that? Did you see that? Like, it ran, oh no, absolutely not. No.
At first, Linda believes that all the frightening activity in her house is likely caused by the playful ghost of a little girl who might be attached to her new dolls. She even finds the whole idea kind of funny and jokes about it online. One day, Linda sets up a silly video for her social media where she puts a Chucky doll inside a cupboard, waiting for it to fall out. But this is when things start to take a terrifying turn.
Because it's about to be a mess. Let's see.
That was Chucky.
What the Okay, I didn't plan this one. Chucky's just supposed to pop out, but his hair's moving. Holy shit. What the hell? Okay, I really do. Oh no, move that. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, joke's over. Joke's over.
The video goes very wrong as the doll's hair begins to move for no reason. And then Chucky's head seems to suddenly spin around all on its own. And things just get even weirder from here. One night, Linda and her partner are asleep in bed when they are woken up by the sound of loud banging from their front room. The bangs are so loud and intense that the couple believes that someone is trying to break into their house. They immediately call the police. So, officers arrive on scene and review footage recorded by the couple's front door Ring camera.
This is our house.
Yeah, let's look at it far back. Yeah, dude. Something's in our f***ing window right now, bro.
Stop being hyper, please. It's scaring me.
Ready?
Yeah.
Something's in our f***ing window.
Yeah.
We didn't move. Okay.
In 2013, Detroit was the city America forgot. A city in bankruptcy, divided and broken. Then a different kind of leader stepped forward. Mayor Mike Duggan brought people together to put politics aside, and together they found solutions. The 47,000 abandoned houses that plagued Detroit have been reduced to 2,000, with thousands of new housing units being built all across the city. Detroit has built a new riverfront ranked as one of America's finest. And for the first time in 50 years, people are moving back. Today, Detroit is open. It's vibrant. It's the comeback nobody saw coming. Mike Duggan, America's most effective mayor.
When they've got energy and you've got no plan, Sky Zone is here for you. Drop in for the day or get a membership and come back every day for one monthly price. No planning, no stress, just instant fun. Sky Zone. Play rules here.
As the motion-triggered video starts, it looks like someone or something has pulled the couple's front curtain open. But even creepier, whoever this person is, they appear to be inside the house. Then whoever it is seems to slam the curtain closed again with a bang. Linda swears that she and her partner stayed inside the bedroom and didn't move until police arrived. The officers checked the house inside and out, but there was no one else there. So now, Linda has had enough of the creepy dolls. Recently, she attempted to get rid of the dolls at a yard sale. But in a darkly funny twist, Linda says that someone actually stole 3 of the 4 dolls from her yard sale.
To the thief that stole these dolls out of the yard sale at 3 o'clock this morning, you're going to regret it. They're haunted. Had you waited till sunlight, you would have seen the sign that was under them that said, "Haunted dolls. If you have children, please don't buy."
So, good luck to whoever took those dolls, because it seems like they're gonna need it. Lost Soul. In Michoacan, Mexico, a photographer named Paco is waiting in his studio for his friend Eduardo to arrive to work on a project. Paco suddenly hears his friend Eduardo outside his open window, talking loudly to someone on the street. Paco checks his security camera to see what's going on. And, just watch.
Güey, te juro por Dios, güey. Te lo juro por Dios que un señor me preguntó qué onda era la pinera. Te lo juro por Dios, güey. Un señor se me acercó y preguntó, oiga, disculpe, ¿dónde es la pinera? Y por eso le explico, le digo que tenía que cruzar y darle más para abajo, güey, te lo juro. Te lo juro, güey, no mames.
Eduardo swears that a man was asking him for directions, but the security footage shows no one there, just an odd white mist. So did Eduardo have a conversation with a ghost, or a brief mental breakdown? Because he seems convinced. So let me know what you think. The Continental Inn. Jenna Snow works at the Continental Inn in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, a hotel which sits right across the road from a cemetery that is the final resting place of nearly 19,000 bodies. With a location like that, it's no wonder that the hotel has built up quite a bit of a reputation for being haunted. Now Jenna is working the front desk at 5 in the morning when she and one of her co-workers, Tim, spot something very odd on the lobby security camera.
They said it's not the hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard.
Oh.
So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road. Do you really think when they dug up all the bodies here, that was a good one, moved them over to the graveyard?
They dug up the bodies and what?
Do they have it there, buddy? Yeah. Hey, Noel. Yes, sir. What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Well, because Danny and I caught him earlier when Danny was in the games room locking up. I freaked the out because I saw it. And then I tried to do a video review to record it, and it wouldn't let me.
A faint, pale figure can be seen moving around the hotel lobby and sitting down in one of the chairs, before just disappearing completely. Jenna's co-worker Tim claims that he's seen the bizarre figure many times before, and he believes that it has wandered over from the cemetery across the road. But lost spirit or not, I leave that up to you to decide. Spirits. TikTok user VKT recently started a new job at a liquor store in Kentucky. He's at work one evening when he starts to hear random, creepy sounds that he simply can't explain. He grabs his phone and starts to record.
So I'm here at work, and I'm 100% sure I'm hearing my voice right now. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? What is that? I'm freaking out right now because I'm the only one in the store. It sounded like it was right behind me. Yo, I hear it. Please tell me you guys hear this.
Did you hear it? A soft, unexplained voice can be heard several times, seemingly whispering to VKT.
And do you hear that? What is that? Please tell me you guys hear this.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words, create.
Now, I reached out to TikTok user VKT, and he says that he didn't used to believe in the paranormal at all and was actually a skeptic. That is, until he started working at this liquor store.
It sounded like it was right behind me.
Since he has worked at the store, he says that doors often open by themselves and bottles fall on the floor randomly with no explanation. VKT says he asked his co-workers about the strange incidents, and they all told him flat out, well, this store is haunted. But there's more, because as VKT continues to work at the store, things just get creepier and creepier.
Okay, guys, so I'm hearing like noises coming from this back room. Oh my goodness, bro, it's happening again. All right, I'm gonna go and look. As you can see, nobody's back here. Nobody's behind the door. Nobody just came out behind me. Like, I'm serious.
Someone or something can be heard banging on the door to the back storage room from the inside, while an unknown voice whispers some very disturbing things.
All right, I'm gonna go and look.
And things just continue to get worse. One day, VKT is completely alone at work when this happens.
Yeah. Come on, man. Oh, my plane. Oh my god, what the there's nobody in the store, dude. It's freaking me out, bro. It's freaking me out, bro. Come on, where you at? Like, come on. Bro, you gonna sit here and show yourself in front of me.
The door of a stand-up cooler in the back of the store opens by itself. But when VKT looks through the glass of the cooler, a dark figure can be seen quickly moving out of sight in the back room. VKT quickly runs around and into the back storage room, but he finds nothing and no one. The room is empty.
Come on, where you at? Like, come on.
So what do you think is going on at this liquor store in Kentucky? Let me know. Hello? Matty Magarachi says that his house in Monroe Township, New Jersey is very haunted. In fact, Matty has been posting about the strange activity in his home for over 4 years. One night, Matty is home alone with his dogs when strange things start to happen.
What's going on?
Matty's parents are away on vacation, leaving him all alone in the house, and something else happens that makes his blood run cold.
The f is that? What the f was that?
So these are just a couple of the many videos that Matty has shared online over the last 4 years. So could it be that Matty's house is actually haunted by something? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? You decide. The Crescent Hotel. Built over 138 years ago, the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas has become infamous for its dark history full of death and tragedy, leaving the hotel with the ominous name, quote, the most haunted hotel in America. The hotel was once a treatment center run by a man named Norman Baker. Baker claimed that he had, quote, the miracle cure for cancer. Of course, these claims were completely false, and hundreds of people lost their lives within the walls of this building, hopelessly waiting on a cure that would just never come. Some of the patients' remains were said to be scattered on the property. Now, with a history like that, it's no wonder that today many of the hotel guests claim to have had terrifying paranormal encounters. And some of these experiences were even caught on camera. 4 years ago, Jennifer Chronister was visiting the Crescent Hotel with her mother when she accidentally captured something truly creepy.
Girls trip, most haunted hotel in America, and my nightstand on the creepy door is my eyes shut. So early bedtime looking for ghosts.
Did you see it? When slowed down, it becomes clear that something moves in front of Jennifer's camera, something that resembles a small child. Even creepier, Fox Nation reporter Abby Hornacek also stayed at the hotel and left with painful scratches on her back. But that's not all. A woman named Angelina and her daughter were staying in room 212 at the Crescent Hotel. It is said that on this side of the building, the spirit of a mysterious lady in white is often seen on the balconies. In fact, it's claimed that sometimes this ghost is actually seen falling from the balconies into the garden below. So, it's 6 in the morning and Angelina is outside her room enjoying her coffee. And then, this happens.
Not everyone's life runs in straight lines. At Sophia, we get that. Our flexible, affordable, self-paced college-level courses help thousands of people just like you complete.
Angelina is shocked and also a bit excited when she hears the voice of a woman singing from the balcony right next to her, because there's no one over there. Angelina says that she was a bit creeped out by the experience, but she is also grateful to have captured what she believes is the voice of a spirit. The thing down the hall. A group of friends from Madrid, Spain are hanging out when they suddenly hear strange sounds coming from the bathroom down the hall.
¿Están escuchando? Soy yo. Si están escuchando mazo de ruidos tú. Yo vine del baño.
No vayas, estás loco,
Mano,
¿qué es lo que quiere que vayas?
Mano,
venga, poco.
Una polla. No. Pochi, para.
Vale, venga, hermano, ¿qué haces? ¿Estás loco?
Si está escuchando,
escúchame. Todo el internet ahí, hermano.
¿Hola?
Una polla. Hermano, esto es mal rollo,
¿Hay alguien ahí?
No.
Hermano.
Tira, vamos a ver lo que.
Pero, hermano, no.
Espera, tengo más. Tira. Asoma la cámara. Espérate lo que hay, espérate. No hay nada. Nada ahí. ¡Hostia puta!
¡Corre, hermano! ¡What the f***!
The guys are hesitant to look inside the bathroom, but when they do, something horrifying can be seen staring back at them. User Ain Holval shares the video to TikTok with the caption, "What the hell was in my bathroom?" Now, it's certainly very creepy, but is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate TikTok hoax? You decide. TikTok user Leo Lords 15 is excited about getting a fresh start as she and her young daughter move into a new home. But soon after they move in, her daughter begins to behave very strangely. The young girl claims to have made a new friend, a friend that lives inside their new house. Now, the mom is pretty freaked out, so she prepares a security camera to keep an eye on her young daughter. And one day, it captures something absolutely terrifying.
What do you was doing? They want to play.
The young girl can be seen having a conversation with someone that we can't see. Then, 2 footsteps can be heard before the closet door slowly opens on its own.
Vistaprint prints everything to get your brand in front of your fans, like t-shirts, water bottles, and totes, so everyone can gift it, work in it, and take it. Whether it's one of a kind or one for your whole team, if you need it, we print it.
As it opens, 3 more footsteps can be heard, almost as if something is walking out of the closet. The girl seems very freaked out as she slowly gets to her feet and sneaks toward the door to make her escape out of the room. So it seems that whatever just came out of that closet, she doesn't want to be anywhere near it. Now, what makes this footage even creepier is that this family completely disappeared off of TikTok in 2022. So whatever happened to TikTok user Leo Lords15 and her daughter remains a mystery. The ghostly gift. Cassie O'Malley from Lamont, Illinois loves monkeys. So when one day she receives a monkey doll as a gift, she's absolutely thrilled. That is, until she opens the box.
Oh my f***ing God, I swear to God, this thing just f***ing looked at me. Oh my
For a split second, the creepy monkey doll seems to look directly at Cassie.
Oh my f***ing God, I swear to God, this thing just f***ing looked at me. Oh my.
Cassie says she's tried everything to debunk what she captured on camera, but she hasn't found anything to explain it. After this recording, the doll hasn't stirred up any trouble. So for now, Cassie is keeping the creepy little monkey doll proudly on display in her home. But what would you do with a gift if it did this? Let me know down in the comments.
Oh my f***ing God, I swear to God, this thing just f***ing looked at me. Oh my.
Graveyard shift. Japri is working a late-night shift on ambulance duty as an emergency medical technician. As he's driving the ambulance back to base, something happens that he simply can't explain. Something absolutely terrifying.
Alright, so I'm not sure how to talk about this, but well, first off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and Like, I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror. Like,
Send somebody as soon as you can.
fuck, I need to turn this engine off though, cause like, we're gonna be stranded out here.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Oh, shit.
Thank you.
I'm not trying to go back near this truck. I don't know if you see it, but can y'all see that back door? Like, it just flew open. Like, can y'all? Oh, nah, what the? What was that? Can y'all see it? Nah, hell no. That, nah.
Who's excited to work around the clock and do way too much managing migraine?
Nope.
Who's got an appetite for sheer agony?
No!
Is it time to say yep to Vyepti? Vyepti is an IV infusion that helps prevent migraine attacks. Chronic migraine patients saw 23 fewer migraine days on average per treatment.
As Japri is reaching in to turn off the engine, just off camera, the back door of the ambulance flies open on its own. Japri's shocked and jumps back out, leaving his phone behind. Now he eventually returns and grabs his phone. But then Japri and his EMT partner see a strange, unexplained shadow darting back and forth inside the ambulance. Japri says he was so shaken up by this encounter that he called his employer to come pick up the ambulance. He says he just took an Uber home. Too close for comfort. Amateur paranormal investigators Jared, his brother David, and a friend get together one night to investigate Jared's own house in Blackpool, England. You see, Jared claims that he has experienced some creepy, unexplained events in the house. So Jared's brother David is holding an SLS camera with built-in night vision when he walks through the downstairs area to see if the camera maps out any strange figures. But then something happens that absolutely freaks out everyone.
Using the night vision camera on the SLS, so that's why they're still behind me, because we don't want to keep mapping them.
Exactly.
We want to see what we can map ourselves.
Walk around the room, Dave. You never know. We caught some orbs in here last time I was up here.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some orbs there.
Yeah. You never know.
But it's stuck on 2 of the K2 meter. K2, what was
Yeah,
that?
we've got Jed behind us doing the K2 and he's got a couple of lights on it, you know, so we don't know.
Yeah. Well, all we can do is just keep going past and say, whoa!
What the hell? Did I just see something or am I imagining it?
I don't know, let's go.
What the hell? I don't know. To me it looked like a face. Dave?
I thought I saw something.
That was really quick, really spooky.
As David pans around the living room, he captures what appears to be a bizarre pale face peeking out from behind the door to the hallway.
Just keep going past and say, whoa!
What the hell?
The group looks through the house and even attempts to debunk what they just saw, but they can find no explanation as to what this is. Crossing over. TikTok user Mutalu4256 is driving down a quiet road somewhere in Thailand at around 8 o'clock in the evening. Suddenly, well, just watch. A woman wearing a white dress appears out of nowhere, forcing the panicked driver to swerve around her. When brightening and slowing down the footage, things get even weirder. The eerie apparition seems to only partially appear, and then it just disappears altogether. So could this driver have captured evidence of the paranormal on his dash cam? You decide. The unwelcome guest. Workers at a mid-sized hotel in Los Angeles, California have noticed strange things happening on the hotel's second floor. These odd incidents usually seem to occur late at night.
Alright, so we're getting crazy calls from this room that is unoccupied in the second floor. Okay, keys. I think it's 226, that's right. There's the phone. No one's calling, no one's here. Everything's chilling.
A worker at the hotel says they've been getting frequent unexplained phone calls from an empty room on the second floor. He goes to check, but he finds no explanation for the bizarre calls. There's no one staying in that room. But did you hear it? After I carefully analyzed this video, I noticed something odd that neither the uploader or his viewers seem to catch. Now I've isolated and enhanced the audio to make it easier to hear, but listen closely.
Yeah, 226, that's right. Yeah, 226. Yeah, 226.
Without knowing, the hotel worker seems to have caught a creepy EVP of a voice whispering, "Why?" as he walks down the second floor hall. But that's not all that the late-night hotel staff has captured on video. During a slow night of work at the hotel, a girl named Brooke and her coworker decide to pass the time with a fun little race challenge. They put their phone in the hotel's elevator on the third floor and attempt to race the elevator down to the lobby to pick it up. But then, things just get weird. elevator hangs on the allegedly haunted second floor as the doors continuously open and close for no reason. And strangely enough, another unexplained voice seems to quietly say, "Hello?" Cut to another night at the hotel. Brooke decides to record as she and her coworker are busy arranging furniture in one of the vacant second-floor rooms. The video was meant to be a random vlog showing what they do on an average night at work. But when she looks back at her footage, she finds something that is pure nightmare fuel.
I felt bad. How do you up the stairs? I don't know, but I mean, I felt bad, but also, don't feel bad. It was terrible. Getting a little bit. I'm gonna clean it real quick. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, so my sister, she graduates in 2 days, and I asked for the whole weekend off.
What do you want to talk about? Where the mirror should go?
Yeah, actually, let's do our job.
Okay. All right. Chat, should the mirror go
here?
In this corner?
The right corner.
Okay. Or in that corner?
Did you see it? For a brief moment, a dark shape can be seen standing in the opposite corner of the room, eerily watching the two young women as they work. But when they pan the camera back over to the corner where the dark figure was standing, there's nothing there. So, is this LA hotel haunted? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? You decide. No vacancy. This next creepy video was recorded at a small hotel in the desolate countryside of Mexico. Now, for years, the staff working at the hotel have witnessed and experienced unexplainable activity, usually when they're all alone. One day, a housekeeper notices someone standing at the window of hotel room number 30, even though the room should be vacant and completely empty. The housekeeper immediately notifies the hotel manager, but they find no evidence of anyone inside that empty room. That is, until later that same day.
Aquí más cerquita. Aquí más cerquita. Sí, miren, ahí se ve, se alcanza a ver una cara, unos ojos. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver a esa habitación. Estamos subiendo las escaleras porque desde ahí es donde estábamos viendo que se veía. Aquí ya no se ve nada, a lo mejor por el reflejo de la luz. Y vamos a ver en la habitación. Aquí está la cama, porque esta es una habitación pequeña. Aquí pues no se ve nada. Y aquí está la tele, donde estábamos, donde se supone que se veía, pero no se ve nada. No entiendo por qué estoy...
As the manager approaches the hotel room, a pale face with hollow eyes can be seen peering down at her through the hotel window. The manager hurries upstairs and into the room, but she discovers that the face, or whatever it was, has disappeared. But then something moves, making a loud sound and sending the frightened woman rushing right out of the room. Now, the hotel staff believes that they have caught evidence that their small hotel in Mexico is haunted. But is it real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Window to the other side. TikTok user Alyssa is outside with her 2 children one night when the family spots something strange in the second floor bedroom window.
Alright, my daughter's room is up there, and we keep seeing something. Alright, put your flashlight up.
What is that?
Okay, wait, we're gonna look down for a minute, but put your flashlight down. Let's see if we can get it to go again. Alright, flash it up there. Oh, now it's gone. Put your flashlight down. Flash it again. Put it down, put your flashlight down. Let's see if it'll do it again.
right, put it up. Hurry. Oh.
Someone or something can be seen peeking through the blinds of Alyssa's daughter's bedroom. But when they shine their flashlight, whatever it is simply disappears out of sight. Creepily enough, no one can be seen standing behind the blinds, and no hand can be seen moving them. Now, Alyssa believes that her house is haunted by a friendly ghost or poltergeist that means her family no harm. So instead of being alarmed, Alyssa and her children just rush right into the house and quickly head up to check out the window.
All right, let's see if it'll do it one more time, baby. Put your flashlight up. All right, it. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. All right, here's the upstairs. I just want to show you guys. No one behind the door. Here's my daughter's room. It's a little messy, I'm sorry, but just to show you, here's the closet. I just want to show you there's nobody behind. Nobody in the closet. Here's the window right over here. Nobody. Not a single person up here.
The family finds nothing and no one there. Now, it is interesting to note that shortly after posting this video to TikTok, Alyssa closed her account and seemed to just kind of disappear from the internet. So, that is a bit of a mystery. It kind of makes you wonder if that ghost was friendly after all. He didn't see it. Axel Loza frequently explores caves and tunnels in the woods of Colomos, Mexico. After finding what seems like evidence of witchcraft in one of those caves, Axel believes that some dark entity attached itself to him and now follows him wherever he goes. One day, in the strangest place, a public restroom, Axel starts to hear bizarre sounds. He takes out his phone and hits record, and what happens next is like something right out of a nightmare.
Nuevamente quiero que vean, estoy ahorita en el baño de la universidad. El pedo ahorita es que acabo de terminar de hacer el baño. Pues estaba todo normal. Pero ahorita están ruidos raros y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado, pues aquí no hay nada.
Are you a Roblox fanatic? Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn digital gift cards from Roblox. Just sign up for Microsoft Rewards, then search, play, and...
Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, voy. Escuchar. No hay nada.
Axel hears a strange slamming sound from one of the bathroom stalls, even though he knows there's no one else in the restroom. But did you see it? A face can be seen peeking through the small crack in the bathroom stall door. But when Axel looks over the top, there's no one there. Axel is completely unaware of the disturbing face he just captured. In fact, he doesn't even notice until he posts his video online. Then the comments come flooding in. People tell Axel, hey, there was a face looking out. But Axel says he didn't see it. A cry for help. Late one afternoon, two teenage girls are hanging out in the woods near their home. They're taking pictures of a red rose in the forest for an art project for school. They begin to hear something very strange coming from the woods nearby. They start to get a little freaked out, and one of the girls takes out her phone and captures this disturbing video.
What if I screamed and scared the demons? They would mimic your scream. Oh. that would scare me anyway. Maybe it's just a bunch of kids trying to summon demons. That in the forest we're in? Yeah. Sounds like fun. The more you listen, the less scary it sounds. The more I listen, the more scary it sounds. Why does it sound like this now? Oh, I gotta yeah. I think I know what it is. I think it's a hyena. So hyena sound like? No.
The two girls hear bizarre screaming coming from somewhere nearby in the woods. But the two teenagers, apparently fearing demons and hyenas, are pretty freaked out and decide to just hurry home. One of the girls tells her mother what happened, and her mom makes the very wise decision to immediately call the police. The local authorities arrive and search the area, and in a tragic turn of events, they find a woman in the woods desperately screaming for help. The woman's husband had suddenly lost consciousness and quickly passed away out in the middle of the forest. The woman cried and cried for help, but it was hours before anyone came. Now, unfortunately, nothing could be done for the man, even if the call had been made earlier. But this very sad story is a good reminder that scary sounds aren't always something scary. Calling the authorities just might save a life. Monkeying around. An antique collector says he stores all of his collectibles in a local storage unit. But lately, things have gotten a little strange. He says that he started to get odd complaints from the staff at the storage facility. They said that they heard bizarre loud noises coming from inside his storage unit at all hours of the day and night. The antique collector is very confused at what the noises could be and sets up a security camera inside the unit to see what could be going on. When he reviews the footage the next day, he is shocked. An old antique monkey doll that he recently purchased inexplicably sits up and just moves around on its own. Then it drops right back down, motionless. After witnessing this creepy incident, the antique collector says that he believes that the old doll might be cursed or have a paranormal entity attached to it. So is this footage real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? As always, you decide. 2 years of terror. Over the last 2 years, Lauren Combs from Waco, Texas has been experiencing terrifying unexplained activity in and around her home.
Did you do that?
This is ridiculous. Don't make me think about numbers.
After posting her videos, Lauren disappeared from social media for 9 months before she finally returned with an update. Lauren says that over the last month, she's been feeling ill and drained of energy and having a very hard time. But strange things continue to happen around her home. One night as Lauren is on the phone with her boyfriend on her front porch, something happens that is truly bizarre.
Hey, when you come over?
I gotta wait for my work clothes to dry. Then I'm coming.
Hey, I'm hungry.
I understand that.
It does not leave out my work clothes.
Okay, that's fair. Well, do you want me to just make something here?
What do you have?
I mean, if like pizzas or maybe chicken nuggets, nothing crazy.
Do you have ranch at your house?
No. Can you bring your ranch?
Pretty much.
Come on.
Dude, my f***ing door just closed.
Is that the slam sound?
Yes. And it's locked.
What?
I just got locked out of my house.
Still in there?
Yes, nobody's here.
That's kind of scary. Where's the dog?
Luna! Luna's inside by herself. I don't even see her in there. Hang on.
Take a rash. Lady? Hello?
Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, October 10th.
She's nudged.
Lauren's front door suddenly slams shut, locking Lauren out of her home with her dog still somewhere inside, all alone. Lauren panics and hurries around her house to get inside through her back door. As she enters, then that door suddenly slams shut as well, and her doorbell begins to ring over and over all by itself. Lauren says that she eventually found her dog mysteriously trapped in the back room. The dog was a little shaken up, but otherwise, he was completely fine. Now, cut to 2 months later. One night when Lauren is in bed, she is woken up by her dogs a little after midnight. What happens next is downright chilling.
Luna, come here. Sit. Come here. Can't see.
Someone knocks on Lauren's window, but when she opens her window to look into her backyard, there's no one there. Then as she turns, she hears an odd growl near the open window that makes her scream. But did you see it? Right after Lauren screams and wildly pans her camera back towards the window, something odd can be seen right outside just below the windowsill, but only for a brief second. Who or what is this? After this incident, Lauren hasn't been back on TikTok. But there is one important thing to be learned here, and that is, if someone or something pecks on your window in the middle of the night, don't open it. Like, why? Why would you? A few months ago, a woman named Rosanna bought an old apartment somewhere in France and moved in with her 2 very young children and her 13-year-old cat, Loli. But almost immediately after moving into the new place, her cat begins to act very strangely.
Yeah.
The cat, Loli aggressively hisses and snarls at something that Rosanna can't see. Now, Rosanna says that the cat had never done anything like this before they moved. So as a single mother, Rosanna shares custody of her children with their father. So one night when the children are away at their dad's house, something happens that makes Rosanna's blood run cold. Even though Rosanna is completely alone, she hears her young daughter's voice calling out to her from the children's bedroom. The voice repeats, "Mama," over and over. But strangest of all, the voice seems to be coming from an old radio that doesn't even have batteries inside. After this absolutely terrifying experience, Rosanna decides to share her story online in search of advice. She also calls for help from a local priest. The scared mother is now desperate to try absolutely anything to get rid of the sinister entity that seems to be haunting her home. But nothing seems to help. In fact, it just gets much, much worse. The head of a dressing mannequin that Rosanna has had for years moves on its own and seems to follow her with its eyes as she moves around the room. Rosanna feels that the apartment is no longer safe for her children and decides to stay in the home all alone. Eventually, she becomes so scared that she starts to only sleep in the apartment's living room. But then, late one night, Rosanna hears her cat Loli angrily snarling at something in the hallway just outside the living room door. What happens next is downright chilling.
Loli. Laisse-moi. Loli. Oui, Loli.
After this very disturbing incident, Rosanna says that she became seriously ill and spent the rest of the night throwing up. She says she is absolutely convinced that the old apartment she bought is haunted by a demon. For now, she stays at a hotel with her cat until she can hopefully afford to move somewhere else. She says she's currently seeking legal action against the people who sold her that apartment. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss a video, and maybe even visit me over on social media at Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, and even on the Reddit. And you can even add a creative post of your own, like this guy.
To wash the baby's hair.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ من الشيطان الرجيم. Say stop. Something inside your baby.
Hopefully, I will see you back here next time.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words, create your brand, your opportunity, your breakthrough. Add solutions that meet you where you are and take you where you want to go. Wix.
A woman named Kelly from North Carolina says that her brother Rick has experienced paranormal activity in his home for the last couple of years.
So my brother has poltergeists. Everywhere he's gone, we've now come to find out it's not attached to the house, it's attached to him. I have...
No, attached to something I have.
Or something he has. That's fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're lucky I'm in the car with him. He lives alone and has started to get poltergeists. And the mediums that he had come in said it's because he has something in his possession that's haunted, but he has no idea what it is and he can't find it.
Kelly's brother has even recorded some very strange activity on the security camera in his home. At first, we see just some so-called, quote, ghostly orbs, which, let's be honest, that's probably just dust. But then a door mysteriously just opens on its own. And then, creepiest of all, some strange dark mist or shadow just seems to float right across the living room. But, did you hear it? There's something even weirder in this video that was pointed out by video commenters. But I'll let Kelly explain.
The comment section is insane and made this video so much more freaky. Right when the first orb comes, whether it's dust or not, it doesn't matter. There is a groan. My brother is sleeping. This is very late at night, so enjoy and listen for the groan.
Now, I've reduced some of the background noise in the clip, and I've enhanced the audio just slightly to make it easier to hear. Otherwise, the audio is untouched. So, listen closely. Kelly's brother has also experienced other weird things, like taking a picture of an unexplained shadow figure that seems to just occasionally hover above his stairs in midair. One day, Rick hears the door slam while he's in his bedroom, so he takes out his phone and starts filming. But he's really just hoping it might just be his little cat Felix making some noise.
Felix. Felix.
Notice that just before the door slams, a shadow seems to suddenly appear in the crack of the door. Now, obviously, if the video is being faked, this could be a person, but weirdly, the shadow doesn't seem to have legs or any bottom half at all. So it's months later, and Kelly says that her brother was at home just working at his computer. And then, this happens. notice that a strange dark shadow seems to completely block out the light as it passes through the hallway, before another door nearby just slams shut violently. Now, it should definitely be noted that Kelly's brother Rick doesn't want any sort of fame or notoriety for his videos. In fact, he doesn't even have a TikTok account of his own. As for Kelly, his sister who posted the videos, she also has made it quite clear that she has no interest in becoming a, quote, ghost channel.
I am not the forefront leader in all things ghost videos. My brother has a few scary videos I thought I'd post. I am not going to be the person you go to for ghost content.
I am totally fine with being your source, by the way. Anyway, so what do you think about the strange paranormal activity in Rick's home? Let me know down in the comments. A quick look around. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Rianne Maldonado recently sent me a very strange video that is like something right out of a horror movie. Now, Rianne works as a psychic medium, so she is no stranger to the paranormal or the supernatural. But one day, while her family is relaxing at home and watching TV, something happens that even freaks her out. Rianne says that her 2 youngest daughters have taken an interest in hairstyling, so they will often have their styling mannequins downstairs. And this is when things take a terrifying turn.
They sell it all. You can't get something quite natural. Everything makes sense. And you're going up what they call the bridge. You're doing this outing, and this is good. And the next one, well, it's not quite as good. It didn't quite make sense to you, but you've already paid for the next one, so you do that one.
The bridge, it's a metaphor for your spirituality, your relationship to others. The person is supposed to become more able as they go up the bridge. And then the bridge operating based on faithfulness and spirituality. That's the soul of the person.
No one in the room even notices as the creepy head of the styling mannequin seems to just slowly turn to look at the family. But it doesn't stop there. The head not only turns, but seems to slowly glance back and forth to take a good look around. Finally, the mannequin head makes such a rapid movement that even the entire family notices. And understandably, they just kind of freak right out.
Here's clip 2. My little girl jumped off the couch, ran over to me. I'm frantically telling my husband, oh my God, she just looked at me. My daughter's covering her mouth. I'm like, oh my God. He's looking behind, there's nothing there. I'm covering my face like, oh my God, I cannot believe this happened. And now I'm gesturing at the living room camera, saying, get your phone. You've got to look at this. You've got to look at that footage.
Rianne Maldonado tells me that they checked behind the couch and the counter, but they found nothing to explain the strange movements of the mannequin head. So just what is happening here? Child's play. A young woman named Stephanie posted a cute video of her toddler just playing around, crawling over their couch and having fun. Later, she posts her video to the internet so her friends and family can watch her son play. But then, viewers begin to notice something in the video that gives them the chills.
Prueba de cocodrilo. Oh, sí, lo siento. Pero ¿cómo soltará Snickers? Ya sé. Ven aquí, Coco. Sube sobre mis hombros.
Did you see it? Viewers spot some strange little figure peeking around the baby's playpen, right next to the floor. Stephanie says that she never noticed this little figure before she posted the video and viewers mentioned it. She says that no other children were anywhere around, and she has no idea who this little peeking figure is. But if you notice, her child starts to head into the room. Then he exits quickly. But later he walks right back in like nothing is there. So just who or what is this? You decide. Next up, here's a creepy video filmed by a woman named Nicole of her young son Hendrix. Now, what is really odd here is that the little boy seems to actually react to something that we can't see. When little baby Hendrix opens the door, a creepy voice seems to whisper, "Yes." And the little boy just shuts the door in the spirit's face and nopes his way right back out of there. Now, shocked and slightly amused viewers of the clip decided to add their own subtitles, which actually sound pretty accurate. Just listen. So did the little boy hear the voice of a spirit? And did he indeed just say nope to a ghost? Tell me what you think. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Strangely haunting. Now, these are just some quick clips of people who claim to have caught some very unusual paranormal activity around their home. But as always, I leave it up to you to decide. So, late one night, a man named John hears strange movements coming from his bedroom down the hall. John says that he has experienced some strange events in his house, so he begins filming as he peeks inside his bedroom. What he captures chills him to his core. In the room, 2 mirrors are facing each other, but only one of the mirrors reflects a strange, horrifying face. John turns, but there's just nothing there. Next up, a man is renovating his new house, but as construction continues, it starts to seem like something in the house is not so happy with all the new changes.
I'm not going up there. Definitely not going back there. Oh wow, it is really cold right here. What was that?
As the man peeks into one of the rooms, the shadowy figure of what looks like a small child seems to suddenly appear, lurking in the corner. Not surprisingly, the guy decides to just get out of there.
I don't think it's happy we're here. Hold on, man. Holy, dude, there's...
In this next creepy clip, a guy named Frank claims that one night he spotted something very strange behind a shelf in his living room. He grabbed his phone and began recording. Frank films something, making odd movements as it slowly disappears right in front of his eyes. A Michigan woman says that recently very odd things have been happening around her home. She says that the bizarre incidents have even begun to upset her loyal dog, Gunther.
Okay, I'm so crazy, right? Here you go. Baby is terrified. Hold on. I know. You're okay. You're okay. I know. God, I'm like shaking.
The woman says that she believes that the strange poltergeist activity started after she purchased an antique necklace at an estate sale. She says she recently got rid of that necklace. The House of Hurt and Pain. The ghost hunting team Soul Seekers Paranormal sets out to investigate the House of Hurt and Pain, located in Abington, Massachusetts.
They lived here. Their last name was Hurt. That's how we got the name Hurt, and the current last name of the new owner is Pain. So it's Hurt and Pain. It's a play on words.
The old farmhouse was built in the late 1800s, and it is known that at least 4 people have passed away inside the house. And maybe more.
We do know for certain that 4 people have died in this house. 1 during the Great Depression. I haven't gotten the backstory in the other one, and then the other 2 were the previous owner's parents.
The house is believed to be haunted by multiple ghosts, including a dark, sinister spirit referred to only as Ed. Soul Seekers Paranormal are joined by Matt, Lisa, and the current homeowner, Stephen, as they begin their investigation downstairs in the old Hurt and Pain farmhouse. Almost immediately, things start to get a little spooky.
And there's also one in Dorothy's room. I heard that too. Yeah.
The group hears a loud thump coming from a nearby room that was once the bedroom of Dorothy, an elderly woman who passed away inside the house. Then, as they all head upstairs to investigate the rest of the home, things start to get really weird. Each team member sits in a different room upstairs as they film with a thermal camera. Now, it should be noted here that with the thermal camera, humans appear in warmer tones of red and yellow, but cold objects appear as blue and white. As the guys film, they catch something downright creepy.
Now, if you get the chance to actually...
Hold on. Did anybody just move?
No.
I don't know if I'm seeing things, so I'm like getting tired, but I could have sworn I saw like a shadow on the wall in front of me. Like directly in front of Matt's left, like where that picture is on the wall. It was directly to Matt's left.
Right here?
Yes, that wall right there,
Whoa.
and you didn't move.
Whoa. What?
Something that looks like a featureless face and head seems to peek out of a room and look right at Matt. The head can't be seen by the naked eye, but the thermal camera picks up its cold blue temperature. Again, note that anything warm like a human being would show up as red, but whatever this strange face is a very pale, cold blue. Now, researcher Corey is actually sitting in the same room where the head just peeked out, but he caught nothing on film and didn't really see anything. But just a minute later, as Corey films in that same room, he accidentally catches something truly chilling.
If yes, can you confirm on that device? Did Alan and I just see you? Was that your hand we just saw?
Trapped. It said trapped?
Yes.
Who's trapped you here?
Is there a certain something or certain somebody that's keeping you stuck in this house?
Without even noticing, Corey films some dark mass that seems to appear in mid-air, drop to the floor, and quickly move out into the hall. Again, something strange has just materialized in that same room over the course of only a couple of minutes. But no one could see it. Soulseekers Paranormal only discovered this disturbing clip later while editing down their video footage. So did the team catch evidence of a real haunting at the old Hurt and Pain farmhouse? You decide. If you would like to watch this entire video, check out the channel Soulseekers Paranormal NE. Mysterious Creatures. A guy named Don Rivas says that he was working security at an Old Navy store when he noticed a man that seemed to be shoplifting. But later, when Don watched the CCTV footage back, he noticed something in the video that totally freaked him out.
Look right here. Look right here. Right here. Look, watch. What is that? What is that? And it's just gone, bro. It's there, and now it's not. It's there, and now it's not, bro. What is that? Bruh. What is that? What is that?
So some sort of little, I don't know what that thing is, but it seems to appear and then disappear right behind the man's leg. Viewers have speculated that the figure could be anything from a mischievous troll to even some sort of small demon. But what do you think?
It's there, and now it's not. It's there, and now it's not, bro. What is that?
In this next clip, a woman in Compton, California says that one night her front door Ring camera caught a very strange trespasser walking beside her house. The woman says she has no idea who or what this could be, but the footage has been causing a stir in the alien subreddits. So, is this an alien gray out taking a random stroll around the neighborhood? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Footprints. David from Oakland, California runs his own contracting business. But when he is hired to remodel a room where a 3-year-old girl tragically passed away in a fire, things get truly bizarre. Because of all the remodeling, the floor is covered in white drywall dust. David arrives at work one day to see this.
Okay, so my last video wasn't too long because I didn't press the 10-minute icon. Anyways, I'm just getting into work, right? Nobody in this unit. I'm the only one besides the owner with the key. The owner lives all the way in New York. I'm in Oakland, California. So this unit had a fire a few years back. This was a little girl's room. This was her room. And I'm like lost for words right now. I'm sorry, but catch my breath. I'm getting chills. The hair standing up on my arms. But the girl that happened to pass away in this unit was 3 years old. Look at what the fuck I see on the ground. Those are not an adult-sized footprint. One into the wall. This is where her bed was at, right here. I talked to the owner, I video called him and everything. And I've been here and little kids laughing. I just thought it was coming from outside. But it's like a little, I felt something go like this in my ear. And yeah, I hear all the activity coming from that closet. And right here, but this really baffled me. Like I said, nobody else has the keys. There's no keys in here. I lock up everything. It's a 4-unit complex. Nobody's in here. Nobody been in here. There's an alarm system. So we got paranormal activity. Look at these little feet. Look at these little cute little feet. If you're in here, ghosts, I mean no harm. I'm Uncle Dave. You call me Uncle Dave. Just fixing up your room for you. Okay? But yeah, I believe in ghosts. So, if you have anything paranormal, share it on Ghost. But man, I work in every environment, even if it's haunted. You know? But, yeah. You know? But, yeah. Say something, hear some ghosts or whatever, or catch your ghost activity, share it, man. Okay. Peace out. God is love. See you later.
Now, David's video is already weird enough, but when he posts this video to the internet, his viewers notice something even creepier that David didn't even hear. At 1 minute and 58 seconds into the video, a soft female voice can be heard saying, "Hi."
Yeah. No. No.
Then again, about 15 seconds later, as David signs off his video, the soft female voice is back, and it can be heard saying, "Bye."
God is love. See you later. See you later.
Now, David says that no one else was there with him, and it should be noted that David has never posted any paranormal video to his page before this. So did David encounter the ghost of the little girl who passed away in the fire in this room? You decide. Cop out. Brothers Jake and Noah Bruce are investigating the old abandoned Liberty High School in the small town of Ohio City, Ohio. The giant 4-story school was built in 1914 and is said to be haunted by multiple ghosts. Visitors claim to have seen several spirits, including the misty apparition of a young girl, a woman in white who roams the school hallways, and even the sinister, angry spirit of a man who took his own life right behind the school. So Jake and Noah find bits of paranormal evidence here and there, strange noises and weird voices on their spirit box.
Dude. That was boom, 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 boom. That was running. That was running. Dude. Dude. So guys, we are going to... Has this been on? What was that? What the actual was that?
They don't find much evidence of paranormal activity. But later, as the two brothers split up and Jake goes to do an EVP session in the school's basement, something happens that is absolutely terrifying. But it's not what Jake expects. Not at all.
Please change your job. Say the last word you said. Holiday. Rewind. Stop. Play away.
非凡者。Jake! Oh my God, Jake! Was that inside? Yeah. Shh. Get down here now. Now get down here, dude. No, you come with me, bro. That was on my level. Call the cops on my phone now. Call the cops. Call the cops. Call the cops. Let's get out. Turn the lights off.
As Jake is doing his investigation, real gunshots ring out from somewhere in or around the abandoned school.
That was gunshots. That was gunshots. Just sit down. Turn the light off. I'm at the old Liberty High School. There's shots fired. Please come here quick.
Okay, stand by, please. Are you guys in a safe spot right now, hiding?
Kind of, but not really.
Did you see anything?
then we just heard the gunshots right outside, and I ran up here, and then we hear them entering, or it sounds like it.
Okay, where does it sound like the shots came from?
Outside by the north side.
Eventually, the local sheriff's department arrives on the scene to investigate.
Put your hands up. Pull a stick. Thank you all. Yep. We go over here.
You guys armed at all?
No, we have nothing.
Are you the callers?
Yes, yeah, we are.
So what happened?
Well, we're in
here.
We're in here filming a ghost video of all things, and I was kind of standing down here in the cellar, and it sounded like it had to have been like in this parking lot, just like 7 shots. So I ran up to him where he was up in the gymnasium, and we just heard like rattling on the door, and that's when we were like, yeah, we should probably call.
But now, this is when things get really weird. So Jake and Noah are outside, but their static cameras are still in the school and are still filming as the policemen head inside. The officers don't find any armed gunmen, but they do find, something.
Sheriff's Office, security here, make yourself known.
Nobody in there, but there's something in there. Are you serious? For real? Yeah. Like, what do you mean? What? Let me just... For real? So right there on the second floor? Yes. We were looking this way. I heard pitter patter, like that, along the, what would that be? The east wall? Yeah. And then he hears it at the end of the hallway, and as I'm taking my light down, I see something go like dart across. Are you guys dead ass? Swear. Yeah, and we were like, no. But we were talking about you guys. We were like, let's just black out for a second. So we went completely black in there, and all of a sudden we heard movement behind us, and we just ran. For real? Because there's nobody in there. Okay. Wow. Dude. I've never seen anything like that before. No. That's actually scared me. Good luck. Damn. All right, well. Great. So if you guys need anything else or hear anything else, yeah, preferably if it's a human being, let us know. Yeah, definitely. Well, we appreciate you guys checking. Thank you guys so much.
So, while Jake and Noah didn't seem to find any ghosts in the old abandoned Liberty High School, apparently the Ohio City Sheriff's Department did see something.
There's nobody in there, but there's something in there.
Something that they just can't explain.
Dude, what the is happening? The cops saw a ghost. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, we're gonna get out of here as fast as we can. When in the history of paranormal have you seen cops on camera run out of a damn building and say good luck and leave? Yeah.
Heebie-jeebies. Dan Bell and his friend Will travel the United States filming strange and abandoned places. One sweltering day as they are traveling through the New Mexico desert, they spot a rundown abandoned travel lodge and decide to take a look inside. But the old abandoned travel lodge turns out to be quite a bit more terrifying than Dan and his friend Will ever expected. First, Dan almost steps on a coiled rattlesnake.
This is why you gotta be really careful out here. Because right there, whoops. Right there. There's a rattlesnake. And I didn't even see him before I actually stepped over him.
Without even realizing it, Dan had walked right by the snake earlier, but luckily just didn't get bit.
Walked right past him. You can see my footprint right there. And he didn't rattle.
But little does Dan know that things are about to take a much more terrifying turn.
There's wood floors.
Dan feels a sting on the back of his head and turns around to find a huge angry swarm of African killer bees that have formed a hive inside the old travel lodge. The aggressive killer bees attack them in mass as Dan yells in pain. Dan and Will both run for the exit, with Dan frantically dropping his camera to the ground. Luckily, Dan and Will escape with some very severe and painful stings, but nothing too serious. The two guys wait a few hours until the bees calm down, and then Dan finally retrieves his camera and they hit the road again, happy to be far away from the angry swarm of African killer bees. Talking head. A young woman named Mara says that her aunt came to pick her up at her house one day and noticed the neighbor's little girl acting very strangely.
Where the f*** did she just go?
The young girl seems to be talking to no one. Then she strangely paces away, turns and nods, and talks again to whoever. As the woman pans her camera over to try to see who the girl is talking to, the little girl just disappears from sight. Now, there is something in this video that some viewers believe make it even creepier. But did you see it? As the woman pans away from the girl right before she disappears, some pale, featureless little face seems to peek out from behind one of the pots for just a fraction of a second. Now, some believe that this is even more proof that something spooky was going on here. But then, some believe that this could just be another kid that was hidden by the pot and who the little girl was talking to. But no one is quite sure why the kid doesn't seem to have a face. But is it real paranormal activity or just a kid acting a bit weird? Let me know what you think. Scurry Videos. Now, if you watch my channel on a regular basis, you probably know that these are videos that are a little spooky or a little weird, but mostly just kinda goofy. Case in point. If you're going out to the woods in the middle of the night to take some artsy photographs, you should probably know what's in those woods.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Look at that.
You go lower than
Lower than.
I think it's poison.
Wait, no, Britt, hold.
No, hold on.
I'm going first.
Oh, no, go first. I'm about to take a picture of it. You gotta get lower than that. Look at him, you moving.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh, it's about to catch something. Y'all ready to go back?
Yes, I am.
Yo, what the f*** is that? Look, in scary movies, that's when they say, yo, let's
wait. Wait, how y'all realize before we wait?
Now, those sounds are just a pack of coyotes on the prowl, and coyotes almost never ever hurt humans. But if I heard that in the middle of the dark woods, I'd probably have this same reaction. And then I'd get the f*** out. So next, I featured several clips of dogs accidentally scaring their owners. But this owner flips it, and the dogs were not prepared. Now, whether you thought that was funny or not, come on, that's one hell of a trick. Look at that guy. Come on. Anyway, next, when you settle in with your friends to talk about demons and freaky, weird paranormal stuff, you should be aware of your surroundings.
So, like, demonic spirits are obviously connected to the devil, right? And usually things that are demonic, they make noises 3 times to mock the three bells. Not the 3 bells, but yes, that too. Yeah. But Father, the Holy Spirit, and the Son. The Son. So the fact that it was church bells and it was mocking the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's insane. I never thought of that. That's there's 5 of us, so we're safe. Guys, it turns off on itself. Oh my god, wait, I'm actually gonna cry. Oh my god, that scared me so bad. Oh my god, no.
Now, that is just a typical car dome light turning off after a set time, exactly like it's supposed to. But just for a second, I think these girls thought it was an attack from hell. So, thanks so much for watching. Please like, follow, subscribe, and all the other stuff. And hopefully, I will see you back here next time. Factory worker Kamakeli recently moved from his home country of Greenland to live and work in Denmark. But little did he know that the apartment he moved into had a horribly dark past. 7 years ago, a 49-year-old man was brutally attacked and lost his life right outside the apartment's front door. After Kama moves in, he begins to notice his things moving and falling to the floor for no reason. He hears the creepy sound of someone knocking on his door, and doors inside the apartment slam shut for no reason. One afternoon, Kama hears strange sounds coming from somewhere inside his apartment. He pulls out his phone and starts to record as he tries to find the source of the odd noises. But then, this happens. Kama gets a good jump scare as a door slams shut right in front of him. And, it seems to literally scare a fart right out of him. But now, this is where the fun ends and things start to get really dark. Because another day, not long after sunset, the eerie activity in the apartment starts up once again. Now, Kama is a bit scared, but once again, he takes out his phone to try to record proof of the creepy activity in his apartment. What happens next is truly creepy. Cupboard door opens by itself and Kama's helmet slides across the floor. Later that night, Kama decides to live stream from his apartment. He says that he's having trouble sleeping because he keeps hearing things moving and falling to the floor over in the next room. What happens next, live on camera, is downright chilling. Caught live on stream, Kama hears the sounds of his belongings falling to the floor in the other room. But when he goes to investigate, the drawers of a small cupboard slide open on their own. Kama's had enough and runs down the stairs and out of the building. But when he looks up at his apartment window, he is shocked to see someone or something standing inside his apartment, seemingly looking right down at him. So, with everything that has happened, could Kama's apartment actually be haunted by the restless ghost of the man whose life was taken there? Let me know what you think. Just a quick side note, but Greenlandic is only spoken by around 57,000 people in the entire world. So a huge thank you to Nuke's Top 5 viewer Wilhelm for translating. Nuke's Top 5 viewer videos. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Natalie Hintz is taking a few iPhone Live photos of her sister-in-law and niece at a scenic lookout in Utah, when suddenly she notices something very odd. When Natalie watches the live photos back, she notices a bicycle riding by at an alarming speed in the background, all on its own. There's no rider, and there's no one chasing the runaway bike. Natalie says she is creeped out by the strange photos. Viewer Stephen Figueroa says that he's been experiencing paranormal events since he was 3 years old. He says that he has even seen full-bodied shadow apparitions in his home. So back in 2013, when Stephen was 18 years old, he says that he was finally able to capture proof of what he's been experiencing. But it's a bit potato because all he had to record back then was his iPod Touch. Notice that the trash can first tips slightly forward, then moves back, then crashes over onto the floor. A few bags and suitcases fall over as well for no apparent reason. Cut to 2017, and Stephen has now upgraded his video with a new phone. When he hears a strange rattling noise coming from the hallway outside his bedroom, he once again decides to try to record some proof of his paranormal experiences. And this is when things start to get really weird. A picture frame on the wall violently moves and raises up, almost as if it's trying to fly right off the wall. Since this video, Stephen says that his grandmother cleansed and saged their home, and for the last 6 years, he's happy to report he's never had another paranormal experience. This next creepy video was sent in by Nuke's Top 5 viewer Paulus Helander. In his email, Paulus says that his brother was home all alone one night at their farm in Finland. Out the window, he notices that the light in the barn has mysteriously turned on. Paulus says that this strange event has happened many times, but no one in his family can figure out why. Now the farm is in the middle of nowhere, and the man is all alone. But nevertheless, he gathers his courage and goes out to turn off the light. He films the barn as he searches for any explanation as to why the light turned on. What happens next is downright creepy. Did you see it? A pale, undefined face can be seen staring in through the window of the barn, seemingly watching the man before disappearing into the night. Thankfully, whatever it was seems to have scurried off, and the man returned home unharmed. But what do you think this is? Is it something paranormal, or perhaps something even more terrifying? A real person stalking around the farm in the middle of nowhere in the dead of night. Hanako-san. A group of friends at a high school in Japan hear crying coming from the restroom during their lunch break. Now in Japan, there is a famous legend of a girl named Hanako-san. This young girl's spirit is said to haunt restrooms in schools across Japan. The group moves in, all of them a bit hesitant to investigate the source of the creepy sound. Needless to say, it did not go well. The girls are just about to leave until they suddenly hear a loud bang and go back for a look. The horrifying, distorted face of a young girl can be seen inside one of the restroom stalls. The group runs in fear, and the video cuts. Now, unfortunately, there's no source to be found for this video. It appeared on the internet as mysteriously as the Japanese legend. So did the girls capture evidence of Hanako-san? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The 6-year seal. A girl says that she lives in a spooky house that was built in the early 1800s. She says that as long as she can remember, strange, unexplained things have happened around the home, including odd noises and creepy, unexplained footsteps in the middle of the night. Tragically, the girl's mother passed away inside the house under mysterious circumstances. Soon after, the girl's granddad became convinced that there was something evil inside the home. For unknown reasons, her granddad sealed his bedroom shut, hid the key, and left the house, never to return. The old man's room remained locked off for the next 6 years. Then suddenly, one day the key to the room was found just lying in the open on the living room table, with no explanation as to how it got there. One night, the girl and her friends decide to explore the allegedly haunted house, using a spirit box in hopes of getting some kind of answer from the other side. And that's when things take a very unexpected turn.
If there's anybody with us, can you tell us your name?
They don't usually tell you their name. In the lottery.
Oh, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
It scared me so bad.
The girl's sister is unaware of what's going on and simply steps out of the shower to go to her room. The group thinks it's a ghost and freaks the out. But things are about to take a much more sinister turn as the three friends finally decide to unlock and explore her granddad's 6-year sealed bedroom.
It was just a bedroom? Are you going in?
No, I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
I don't feel good. No, I don't.
I just got so lightheaded.
That?
I just got. Corbin, don't be going through this stuff. I just got so lightheaded. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I got lightheaded as soon as I walked in here.
Yeah.
You are not welcome here.
Oh, my head's itching.
If there's any spirits in here, leave. You are not welcome.
Why is Santa Claus locked up? That's what that thing's creepy. Why? Santa, why are you locked up?
It could be an object in here.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever think about that? Like, it could be an object. You could just burn the whole room.
What are you doing in the closet, dude?
Oh, my back's burning.
Is it really?
My bag's burning.
I don't know. Oh my god. No, you're kidding.
Stop.
No, get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Marks up your back.
Stop.
No, you do.
Stop. You're giving me anxiety.
Oh my god. You're kidding, right? You're kidding.
The girls are shocked as their friend seems to get scratched by something inside the room.
It took us like 5 minutes to unlock that door. Like, it wouldn't open. We went in and immediately I felt lightheaded. Didn't you say you didn't feel good?
Alexis.
Yeah. Immediately I felt lightheaded and I was like, okay, weird. But I was just trying to like play it off, you know, like it's not real. He said that his back was burning, and as a joke, I was like, oh, imagine if you had scratch marks. And then he had them. And in the video, you obviously can see there was no one near him.
After this terrifying ordeal, the group believes something is very wrong inside that house. They say that they plan on just staying out of that bedroom. But what do you think is going on here? Could there be a dark entity linked to that bedroom? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Lost Soul. In Michoacan, Mexico, a photographer named Paco is waiting in his studio for his friend Eduardo to arrive to work on a project. Paco suddenly hears his friend Eduardo outside his open window, talking loudly to someone on the street. Paco checks his security camera to see what's going on, and Just watch.
Güey, te juro por Dios, güey. Te lo juro por Dios que un señor me preguntó qué onda era la pinera.
No digas mamadas.
Te lo juro por Dios, güey. Un señor se me acercó y me preguntó, oiga, disculpe, ¿dónde es la pinera? Y por eso le explico, le digo que tenía que cruzar y darle más para abajo, güey, te lo juro. Te lo juro, güey, no mames.
Eduardo swears that a man was asking him for directions, but the security footage shows no one there, just an odd white mist. So did Eduardo have a conversation with a ghost, or a brief mental breakdown? Because he seems convinced. So let me know what you think. Alice Attic. Amateur paranormal investigator Phil Koch has been posting strange captures from his supernatural explorations for 15 years on YouTube.
What the hell was that? Wait, the camera. Gotta get the camera. Shh. Okay, something just crashed right next to us.
In fact, I've featured Phil's videos on this channel many years ago.
What the hell? Something just moved behind me.
Now, on this particular night, Phil and his teenage son are performing a paranormal investigation in the attic of an allegedly haunted house in West Allis, Wisconsin. And things get weird.
On the floor. So, 56? 70? Between.
Without them knowing, a voice seems to whisper, "Go outside."
7.
But what happens next shocks them to their core.
It's like 12:30. And I think that it was about an hour since we heard those footsteps coming through here, but I don't know what that was from. What's our average temperature? It's about 37, 38. That's why I'm cold. And I'm getting like a 0.2 all the way through the room. Like it's going to 45. There's 50. Oh, I got a 50. I got a reading here. Okay. I got a reading here. Okay.
Phil and his son have had enough. They just run right out of the attic. But when Phil uploads the video, many viewers claim that they can actually see something sitting in the chair that slides out. But what do you think?
Okay.
The Wandering Patient. This next video takes place in an allegedly haunted hospital. Now the story goes that the spirit of a little girl who passed away still wanders the hospital halls, unable to move on. Down in the hospital cafeteria, the staff working the late night shift experience something that makes their blood run cold.
Ay, no, nomás nos están asustando. Yo quiero llorar. Foto, ya está grabando. ¿Estoy grabando? Ya deja de jugar, niña. Ay, no, niña, miedo. Pequeña. No mames, no. Pequeña, que estamos jugando, ven acá. Ya se fue para allá. Se abrieron las de allá. Se abrieron las dos. Ya se salió, a lo mejor. Ay, no. Nunca me asusto, no, pero ahora sí. Nunca me asusto. Y ahora. Ay, no mames, no, ya. ¿Qué necesitas, pequeña? No. ¿Ocupas algo? Ay, no. Pequeña. ¿Ya prendió la luz?
Now, the hospital night staff all know the creepy story of the little ghost that supposedly wanders the hospital. So they watch in terror as the cafeteria gates and automatic door open and close on their own, almost as if someone is walking there. But as the doors close, a small dark figure can be seen walking by the doors on the other side. But whatever it is, it somehow just doesn't trigger the automatic doors. So could the stories be true? And is the hospital indeed haunted by the spirit of a little girl. I leave that up to you to decide. The Madison Seminary. Two teams of paranormal investigators decide to explore the allegedly haunted Madison Seminary in Madison, Ohio. Madison Seminary was built in 1847, and over the years the building has been used as a school, a hospital, a mental asylum, and even as housing for the grieving families of men who died in the Civil War. With a long, dark history like that, it's no surprise that many ghosts are said to haunt its abandoned halls. So one spirit in particular is said to be that of a very unfriendly doctor who tries to frighten and physically attack anyone who visits Madison Seminary. Now, the team of paranormal investigators has just started to explore the building when investigator Mandy notices something very odd.
You're super red.
What? Am I gonna die?
Wait, what?
Am I gonna die?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he's super red. Look at that. Oh, sun just came through. Hey. Oh, it's a pain.
Oh, what the? It almost looks like a thumb. That's weird. What? Yeah. It's a weird spot, too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even feel anything. Like, it doesn't feel like anything right now.
No, that's weird.
I guess we'll see if it does start to feel like something.
Turn around again?
So it's burning or something?
I mean, it's so red.
I know, it doesn't feel like anything. It's weird.
Ghost hunter Steve is shocked to discover that a large red mark has suddenly appeared on the back of his neck, but he says he doesn't really feel a thing. So the group continues upstairs where the angry spirit of the doctor is said to sometimes appear. As they record, they capture something that is downright creepy.
It's like a male voice down there. It was like 2 or 3 words.
Doctor! Doctor!
It said doctor.
It just said doctor.
Right after we heard a male voice, it said doctor. Yeah. So the thing is, he says he doesn't like to be called a doctor because he says he was a surgeon. So people call him a doctor and it makes him angry. So we call him a doctor, usually.
Is there a doctor down there? Oh, did you hear that? I definitely heard a voice coming from down there.
The group hears a male voice coming from somewhere in the attic. But did you see it? Right after the investigators hear a voice and their obelisk ghost box says the word doctor, a small dark figure can be seen running into the attic hallway. The ghost hunters don't even notice the odd figure and only see it once they review their footage later. So did they capture the spirit of the old hospital doctor on camera? You decide. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Club Paranormal. Caught on camera. Late one night, Claire Mills from Manchester, England gets a notification on her Ring camera that someone is moving around in her front yard. For obvious reasons, Claire is a bit worried, and she immediately checks the camera footage. What she sees sends chills down her spine.